Hi there, my name's Tim. I'm with Model Solution on YouTube, and I'll be going through the new GCSE grading system. So really, what does it mean? Right now, you're probably used to the A, B, C, D, that was for the O level and the new GCSE. GCSEs have got easier since the older generation took their O levels, and this is what the new grading system is supposed to do. It's supposed to help the distinction, between high performance students and low performance students. So now instead of A star to U, it's going to be 9 to U, 9 to 1, 9 to U. So as you can see, this is from the government's website, and 4 is and above is equal to C and above. It's not quite that, but you can see here, just just above a 4 is midway between, just below a 4, sorry, is midway between C and D. Now, the idea is the average student achieves between a B and a C, and the introduction of this new system is so that the people who achieve a 5 can see themselves in their grade as an average grade, and 4 to 1 is not a poor grade, but lower than average, and 6 to 9 is better than average. Now, the children that receive A's and A stars, it's very hard to distinguish between the very high performing and the ones that have just scraped in. So this is where the 7 comes in. The 7 will tell employers that the capable, good performance students, but not exceptional. And this is where the 9 comes in. The top 5 to 8% of the country will be achieving the grade 9. But bottom grade 1 will be aligned with the bottom grade of G. Although I've never met anyone to achieve a G grade, but these three are to distinct. They've sort of broadened the D, E, F, G across 3 grades now, and that's because if E, F, G doesn't really distinguish much because it's low performing, and people aren't really interested in how low performing you are. Whereas above this line, above the average as well, people want to know how exactly you compare with the high performance students. So this person here on a 6 would be capable, high performing, but not the best. And this is where the 9 and the 8s come in. So what have Ofqual and the government had to say about it? Well, for each examination, the top 20% of those who get a grade 7 or above will get a grade 9. So this is like, I think, well, grade 7 and above is A star and A, and I think about 40% of the year, maybe 30% get this. So you're talking about 20% of that, which is 6 to 8%. And that's a very small window, and if you can get a grade 9, you know in yourself that you're one of the best performers out there. Broadly, the same proportion of students will achieve a grade 7 and above as currently achieve an A and above. I've said that before, and hopefully this works out when it's implemented. Next, broadly the same proportion of students will achieve a grade 4 and above as currently achieve a grade C and above. This is, I don't know whether this will happen, because what the government are aiming for is that the grade 5 will exactly be the average of the country. This is so that because right now we've got, I think, it's 8 letters to distinguish between the different students. They want 9 simply because the middle will actually represent the middle. There's somewhere in the middle is between C and D really, or B and C rather. So the 5 will give employers a good knowledge of whether they're above or below average. The new Maths GCSE will be tiered with grades 4 and 5 available through both tiers. Now this is interesting because that means someone who's put on a foundation course of mathematics, well, that means that the maximum grade they can achieve is average, which is, in my personal opinion, is wrong. The student should be able to um, outperform the average. It seems self-fulfilling that you'd put someone on a foundation course because they're not so talented in the subject. But if you do that, they can only ever be as good as average. So if you have a child and they've been put on a foundation course and you think they're capable, it's not necessarily your child knows that they're capable. It's sometimes better if you're if you make the decision, but urge teachers to put them on the higher course, because you can only get better by learning. And if the foundation course is slow paced and easy because of the students in that lesson, then put them on a higher course, because that'll push your child to getting grades above 5, because no one wants the child to be average, you know. So press for the higher foundation, higher tier, because foundation is somewhat unambitious, in my opinion.